We are joined this morning by Maijang Mpherwane, who is SABC's Group Executive for Video Entertainment. And thanks so much for joining us here in the wilds. And let's talk about this new era. What exactly does it mean for the viewers of S2 and for the public broadcaster as a whole?
Yeah, good morning to you, Sakina, and good morning, Diane. It's a new era indeed. It's an opportunity for us to press a reset button and take this channel back to where it really belongs, as a key catalyst that drives conversations in South Africa, that mirrors South Africans' lives, whether you are in a village of Raseleka, or you are in Mafikeng, or you are in a small dorp in the Free State. You need to be able to watch SABC2 and find a slice of your life, and that's all we're doing. There's a myriad of programming that we're launching, so it's not just about a new schedule, it's not just about allowing morning live an extra 30 minutes in the morning. It's about literally reconnecting with our viewers and being able to offer them exactly that which they want out of us.
Let's talk about that reconnecting, because I think that's an important aspect of this new era, of this change. So obviously some decisions, you know, people met.
Yeah, with the mic, Leanne, the mic.
I work in television and I'm so used to a lapel mic that I forgot that I've got this. Anyway,
It's understandable.
I'm too busy focused on what's happening here. So you talk about the issue of reconnecting with viewers, and that is always an important part, because this is the job that we do, is to speak to the viewer at home and making sure that we give them what they want.
Yes.
And let's talk about SABC2 and its positioning and what you are changing and how you are going to try and almost win back some viewers that you may have lost previously. So let's talk about this new lineup and some of the new changes that you're bringing.
Yeah, I mean, we had to do a little bit of an introspection in terms of where the brand was, and ask ourselves hard questions over the last 6 months or so. And not just on SABC2, by the way, across the 3 channels. The strategy really was, let's maintain what we have on SABC1 while we pull a rescue job on SABC2 and start thinking long-term about what to do on SABC3. And what you see now is the acknowledgement that there needed to be extreme and immediate changes that needed to be made on SABC2, both in terms of how the lineup is structured, how the schedule is structured, but also how what is it that we use to fill that schedule with. And that's why you see the movement of Afrikaans Nuus back onto the channel. That's why you see the launch of an Afrikaans telenovela called Paradise. That's why we finally replacing Movango with Pimville. We're launching children's shows. We're launching a new talk show also in the afternoon. So there's a whole host of programming that we're launching on the channel that really excites us, and we hope that our viewers out there will enjoy and get to reconnect with the channel, because through it they will see that unifier that South Africa so badly lacks as a nation.
And of course, it speaks to the public service mandate of the SABC, because unlike commercial entities, the SABC does have a public service mandate that it needs to fulfill, that speaks to uniting all the different languages and cultures and peoples of this country.
Yeah, and I think that's the real blessing that comes with working for the SABC, being able to balance public service mandate with commercial viability. We know that the organization is not financially in the most strongest of footings, but at the same time it has a huge role to fulfill in terms of delivering that public service mandate, and being able to balance the two, being able to make money for the organization while also delivering against the core of our DNA is really what drives us. And we believe this schedule and the lineup of programs that we're launching today will deliver both of them.
one of the big things as well, of course, is the move, and it's a big emphasis, is the move back to the time slot for SABC Afrikaans Nuus bulletin at 6:30. And I don't think we can emphasize this enough, because that was sorely missed by viewers. It really was, in terms of this time slot. And obviously this is, again, speaking to, as Sakina brought up, the commitment to languages and
Sure.
the commitment to Afrikaans as a massive language in the country as well. Talk to us about this decision to move it back to 6:30.
Look, we have moved away from segmenting our channels according to languages. In the past, you would have been told that SABC1 is a Nguni channel, or SABC2 is a Sotho and Afrikaans channel. If you watch the shows that we're launching, some of them have actually all 11 languages in one. Again, it speaks to that idea that, you know, a person watching from a village in the middle of Limpopo called Raseleka will be able to see a slice of their lives in it, just as someone in the middle of Sandton in Johannesburg or in the middle of Stellenbosch will be able to watch SABC2 and find a slice of their lives. So the movement of Afrikaans back onto SABC2 is to acknowledge the fact that Afrikaans is probably the third most spoken language in the country, and therefore all languages do need to be represented on our schedules, including Afrikaans. For us, there's a market, and the universality of the stories that we will tell not only goes towards what you would normally term a core Afrikaans market, but because the stories are universal, they should be able to appeal to everybody, even non-Afrikaans language speakers, just as we would hope to have Afrikaans language speakers watching our other programming in other languages.
Well, it's an exciting day and looking forward to it. And thanks so much, Maijang Mpherwane, and talking to us about this new SABC launch, and of course what's coming up on SABC2. We started at 5:30 this morning, and that is our new start time for Morning Live.